Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie Price. I hope your eclipse series was wonderful. I really felt the emotions of that lunar eclipse. And then the solar eclipse in Virgo around the solstice felt like the turning point energies that I've been talking about strongly since earlier this year. It also feeds right into the October energies because these reset points and this turning point that we're going through really fits not only with the overall energies, but what's coming up. So, in this year of the conduit, as Ariane, the Lyrian Council of Time, is calling it, we have been refining our inner focus and energy, and we've been called to flow our loving intentions into this changing, chaotic, topsy turvy world so that we are using our innate creative power to assist the evolution of the earth experience to more love rather than the control that has been so predominant. And that Virgo eclipse felt like a new direction. It felt like being focused on a path and yet helping us to stay aware of our energy so that we're not pulled off. You're not pulled off of your unique creative direction, but that you're aware, you're open to your own changes, you're aware of the overall flow of the connected collective so that you can flow your intentions into that and that co-creation occurs. Change is amplified for so many right now. Ooh, yeah. And it is calling us to courage, to evolution, taking back our inner power so that love has domain here instead of those external control and manipulation systems that have been dominant for so long. It's intense times, but your light work is knowing that love is the core of life, and we are returning to that no matter the time it takes for an individual. And we are each steering the collective if we choose. So choose. Choose your focus and own it because it's yours if you choose. Now, this feeds right into the energies this month as we move from the death cycle withering in August to creation rebounding in September during that eclipse series. And October, again, strengthens our conduit energies. The focus this month is flowing with opposites and your love flowing into the external realm where there is so much of the opposite of that. Hopefully, not in your own direct life, but definitely in this world as a whole. Flowing with opposites is our interaction and that dance with the duality that we experience here, moving into more connection, but using that conduit flow so that your energy and your intentions are flowing into your life, flowing into this world. There are a few things that I was shown connected to flowing with opposites. First, the word focus is back. So, focus is really important. Hold it with strength, that deep knowing of this is the path of creation that I'm on, even if it's a broader, vague path. I want more peace in my life and in this world, more love, more joy, more creativity, more empowerment. That all of that is your focus. Hold it with strength. And that's the focus part, but also hold it with an openness and a relaxation, a patience, a knowing, a joy, and a love. That's the flow in focus. Focus and go with the flow of love that life is showing you. Focus. Your love and your knowing needs to mix in with the opposites here. Do the light work, that inner flow, the peace that passes all understanding, the knowing that the challenges and the trauma that's occurring on the world here are calling for change. And your light work, your inner work, is flowing that focus, your focus, into the opposites that are here. And when you're living with those opposites, you're experiencing them, they come up either into your awareness or into your life. Know that you are also flowing your life affirming love into that energy, co creating with that. Focus and go with the flow of love so that more love weaves into the opposites here. Now, let's talk just a little bit about opposites because this is very important. It's a natural part of life, it's a core of the duality experience that we're having. But we know that there's more to the story than just two separate opposites. We know the invisible connection that is there as well. And that's what we're flowing into, putting more love into that invisible opposite, the invisible connection of opposites. Now, this is also inbuilt into the subatomic model that I've talked about for over a decade. The opposite positive proton and the negative electron are actually what creates that new form. They are what completes that nucleus, that positively charged nucleus, to create new form. And so rather than just thinking of negativity as bad, think of it as opposite. It's just that negatively charged electron completing the energy of the positively charged proton. And when that proton and electron have stable change, that is because of the neutral neutron. In that nucleus, when there's the same number of positively charged protons and neutrons, that's when change is most stable. And then that neutrality, that neutron, helps those two opposites to connect. So your work is balance your positive focus with your neutrality. Neutrality is never, I don't care. That's apathy. Neutrality is, I am open to opposites connecting. I am knowing that opposites create wholeness. I am open and flowing with opposites because of that neutrality. Neutrality is an open state that creates the awareness so that the new information can flow through and can emit from you as well. So, flowing with opposites means that you are actively weaving your life affirming, loving energy into this world. You're not controlling, you're not contracting. Bold love flowing into this world. And that's not just easy love. Your light work is to weave love into situations where love isn't dominant, where it may not have even seemed possible. That is the flowing with opposites. And what we've been focusing on so much since August with that death cycle withering, that we are moving into a time, this turning point energy is about the old control systems falling to the natural flow of life, which is love. We're weaving more love into the life that we are experiencing here, your unique life, and the human experience. More love. This is the inner realm work that we do. So, our boundaries and the actions that we take, the things that inspire us, that they are coming from that flow of love and getting that love into the external realm. And sometimes that means in opposite situations, meaning even if you were to extract yourself from an unhealthy situation, you're finding love within authentically and in the ways that free you within. So, those opposites, your empowered love and the lack thereof, can flow to you and through you into this realm, touching the love that's within you. Flowing with opposites is you maintaining your loving focus in your life to allow your love to touch the opposite and emit new potentials into this realm. Flood the zone. It is time, and humanity needs so much more love in this time of intense change. It's needed, and your biomechanism is capable of this. This is what we do as empaths, as light workers, as star seeds, where you have negative emotion, you nurture yourself into more love so that that love can not only fill you and fulfill your life, the sacred you, but can also flow into this realm. Use your go-tos, getting in nature, play, meditation, laughter, friends and family, creativity, dance, art. Get your loving energy into this realm. And sometimes you'll do that by observing the negative and weaving your love there, by interacting in ways that inspire you or ignite you, or sometimes even challenge you. But weave your love into those situations. Don't saturate yourself out of loving capability for too long. Know your limits, know your strength, and know that your love is courageous. And fear, control, those negative systems, fear is loud. And it's loud because it knows it's weak. Don't take the bait. Don't give up your power. Don't give away your loving power to weakness. Honor your boundaries. Be the conduit your biomechanism is meant to be. When that fear gets louder in the external, that's time to flow more love, just like you do for yourself when that fear gets louder in the internal. Flow your love with the opposites that you might be drawn to, that are in your life, in your consciousness, in your awareness. They're part of your passion or your interest. They're part of the things that come up that you know are challenging or that aren't always easy to interact with, even on a separated level when you're just observing them. But whatever you're drawn to, let those authentic feelings flow and get into that beautiful focus of flowing more love, flowing with the opposites, bold love. The vision that I was shown this month makes total sense because it's such an important thing for humanity in general, and especially as we move into more creative love. I was actually just simply shown the throat chakra opening more. And this is important. It's a big thing that we've been moving through for a long time, but it actually reminded me of the Gabriel's Horn vision that began just before 2020. So that, of course, is all about moving more of that energy through the chakra of manifestation, herald more love, more of that blend of the finite that we are here and the infinite that is the mathematical equation of Gabriel's horn. So, from that biblical sense, it's that heralding of love, that connection with God, connection with the infinite. And even the mathematical formula is called that because one, it's horn shaped, but it's that infinite possibility where that formula doesn't quite end. It's not a finite formula. So that's what we're doing. We are transforming from focus mainly on the finite to the blend of the linearity, the finite that this physical experience is, and the rest of the story, the infinite connection that is within every being, that is what we are flowing our love to. So if you do light language or you do toning or you sing or mantras, whatever it is that you are drawn to, it is a great time to open your throat with some actual sound and let that energy echo through the ethers and get your loving energy into this realm, flowing with the opposites. Your bold love that is innate to life and awake within you, flow that boldly into this realm. Interact with the opposites that duality presents. Because as you do that, you are connecting what seems like two separate opposites to the physical senses. We know that connection. We know how the subtle effects and flow with those opposites. So, final reminder, I am in Princeton, West Virginia, November 14th through the 16th. That is the channel panel with Bashar, Wendy Kennedy, Rob Gautier, amazing channels and more. And this is going to be a powerful reunion of galactic energies. And it is in person and it's also live streamed. So I hope that you will tap into that November upgrade in these profound times. I love the intention that I was given for this month. It feels so peaceful in the midst of such rampant opposites all around the world because we reside in the deep waters of love. And our work is flowing that to the surface. So the healing intention this month is my love flows opposites into love. My love flows opposites into love. My love flows opposites into love. And what I was shown with this is how you flowing your love taps into the universal core energy of love, that unconditionality. Ariane has always said that love is the core of life because even from an unconditional state, we could call it so many other things like connection. Love is the core of life. And when you attune to that flow of love that is innate, not only to life, but to you, you are connecting into that universal stream or your cosmic heritage, your cosmic birthright. And as you repeat the intention, just imagine your love flowing into the opposites of this world, your cosmic flow naturally activated and flowing to you and through you because you are attuning yourself to that core energy of life. Bold love. This is your world too. My love flows opposites into love. I hope you have a powerful October and enjoy the crystalline soul healing and light language. Nema wah tier Bramhorum ecturat ilur mem. Dan unestur adat socorum bremhat inene sum charu aqua arat al renoma ia. Kramahashum amderut nemor arab akrandat huem bral renane akherut u sut unem. Hebremat amsteigrur met u, bramot in tugtsukurum emturt aklail renendet im, brem haktem ant urmem asturm. Norm kierat ua. Naurat iquam pawa. Bro hat irum akoch am durbt amel, grama or ankamet osteirat im. Mnam o kormekrandat ur en such arotat ilam, mnem akrayamat ununum saur edchakrorum. Brem hak akairu u, sanum acharut o korem akroremet brar arul anekterum, mner takwar akrayam hat deurat ishtarudet, kalal renandat u sud chawra krandat tiem, brem akrandat al runohu u. Brahma ua nenne kier. Brema hakrima tet unso, jam akrira taten in, mnema akrurat dut ut satcharum akramat im, brear ukur makrandat em, dal rano randat sam chayruk ukwem, bro hakrandat, hem rerat andil ruma ie sunum. Bramahat enen such arquat al krormat kum imdiret nanat eru sum acharut kum aprert akrel rananat sur ait inem ekrieret. Bramahat unum staurat el kranat am sukurem. Kramak ansteiru koa irat sam. Apra haratan enen elu. Hirma uret steruet etsur kum, kramahakramat lelen in sterumat sum chekuret, kramahat nemer tul renia. Samakua hanem stayem.